Hi everyone, I am back. I had to take a short break because of which probably you wouldn't have seen any videos getting uploaded in this channel in last 4-5 weeks. So after this short break, I have decided to cover all the interesting events that had taken place in this time because there were many developments which is going to impact NRIs a lot. See, let me give little background about it. We are witnessing unprecedented tariff war and de-dollarization calls. And the US economy is already, it's having 37 trillion debt, and buyers are actually doubting whether it is worth to buy their treasury bills because nobody knows what its valuation going to be down the line. And they cannot even print money, they have exhausted that option. Inflation is now probably under control, but if it spirals out of the control, they don't have any other option to tame it. So how do you deal with this debt crisis? That's why genius President Trump decided to bring a Genius Act. And he said, look, this is good for country and good for dollar. I'm sure you wouldn't have understood anything by that. But you would have seen crypto valuation exploding and many people becoming millionaires. Let me tell you, this act is directly related to dollar and dollar is directly impacting NRIs. That's why I have decided to make this important video. So stay tuned till the end. If you're new to this channel, I'm Keerthi, NRI finance expert based in Dubai. I'm a company secretary and SEMA level 3 from UK. I'm also registered with the CA UAE and AMF India. In today's video, let's discuss what is this Genius Act and what is the stable coin? Why these were designed? How this can disrupt existing financial system, and as an NRI, should we consider investing in this? If so, what is the best way to invest? To understand Genius Act, you need to know a little bit of its background, as I have been discussing earlier. I'll keep it very short now, but let me know in the comment section if you want more detailed analysis of it, because if you know the US strategy well, it is going to help you to decide the asset allocation and probably even the asset protection. US is going into debt crisis at full speed. Their budget deficit is 1.9 trillion, which is currently now 8th highest in the history. Unless they release more and more bonds or refinance it, they have no other option to manage the debt. So when the countries like China, Japan are already moving to gold, relationship with India is actually hitting all-time low. Who is going to buy their debt? As of now, UK is doing, but not many countries. So this is going to affect USD's value. Now, if you want any detailed video about this, let me know in the comment section. I'm more than happy to do it. Now, the only way to increase is debt securities, and this can happen through the Genius Act. See, through the Genius Act, he has brought regulatory framework for something called stablecoin. So this is a type of cryptocurrency, but it will be backed by some stable asset class. It may be commodity like gold or silver or even the dollar. Now let's just understand the stablecoin concept. What if I told you that by 2027 you might be paying for your coffee in probably Starbucks coin or sending money overseas just by Walmart digital currency? That's the potential reality under this America's new Genius Act, the most significant cryptocurrency legislation ever passed in. So let's first understand how they have defined stablecoin, or what is stablecoin. Under Genius Act, payment mechanism it is. So this is defined as digital token recorded on cryptographically secured distributed ledger. I know you wouldn't have understood anything. Let me tell you in simple terms. Think of stablecoin as sitting right in the middle between the traditional dollar in your bank account and volatile cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Unlike Bitcoin, which can swing wildly in value, stablecoin is designed to maintain its stable value because it's typically pegged to US dollar. The stable part of it comes from the fact that each digital coin is supposed to be backed by real cash, USD, or US Treasury bills. If you don't know what is US Treasury bills, it is short-term or long-term government debt security. Now with the Genius Act, these stable coin are worth exactly $1. So they have to maintain that 1:1. But here is what makes significant difference. See, stablecoin live on blockchain network, meaning they can move instantly 24 into 7 without going through traditional banking system. Now let's say, as per the act, who can issue them? This is where it really gets interesting. The Genius Act signed by President Trump, it opens door for much wider range of companies to issue digital dollars. No more it is just centrally managed. First, they say that all traditional and financial institutions, banks, credit unions, they can issue stablecoins. Large banks will be regulated by Federal Reserve, while smaller financial institutions issuing less than 10 billion in stablecoin, they work with state banking regulators. And even non-bank companies, this is the game changer, probably threat also. Companies like Amazon, Walmart or JP Morgan, they can actually apply for license through the Office of Controller of the Currency and they can issue the stablecoin. And they need unanimous approval from the committee, that is Treasury Secretary, Federal Reserve Chairman or FDIC Chairman as it is defined. So it may not be easy, but they can issue it. And they have to back it up with US Treasuries or USD. They have to follow anti-money laundering rules. They have to publish monthly reports about the reserves. All that is going to be verified by accounting firms. Technically, it looks like security here, more than medium of exchange for me. So now, what is the upside? Supporters of this act, they say that it will give massive cost saving. For retailers like Amazon or Walmart, they can save millions in credit card processing fees. Instead of paying 2 to 3% of Visa on MasterCard, they can process these payments for virtually nothing. Here we must embrace, even think of disruption in the banking, the way how banks functions now. The second benefit is lightning speed payment. See, all the instant transfers, 24 into 7, no more waiting, no more delays, no more dealing with the wire transfers. And even international transfers, sending money internationally, that can cost just pennies and take seconds instead of the current system where you will pay some $10, $25 and wait for days to transfer, right? Now the most important aspect for me is strengthening of the dollar. I repeat, strengthening of the dollar. This was ultimate strategy. This was the intention. Since every stable coin should be backed by US Treasuries or USD, now the issuer company has to have that reserve. So they will be the biggest buyers of government debt, potentially strengthening even the dollar globally. Whatever said and done, if dollar falls, unless there is a right alternative, it is going to shake existing whole financial system. So who knows, it may be good. But I'll tell you, please pay attention to this part where it really looks chaotic to me. The concern is singleness of money, this problem. So far, we are used to see the central banks issuing currency. So what happens if anybody, Walmart, Amazon and dozens of other can issue stable coins? Even if they are all supposed to be worth $1, they might start trading at slightly different prices like securities. So the fundamental assumption that every dollar is worth exactly $1 will be breached here. Stable coin of Amazon may be a little more than stable coin of Walmart. So what is the real value indicator here? What defines that intrinsic value? So regulatory issues also, you see, this crypto companies, they have track record of finding creative ways around these regulations. And will these rules actually be enforced effectively? Whole arrangement is based on trust and corporate governance, but do you think that the companies will follow it? Financial stability risk. Remember Silicon Valley's banks collapse? I had done a video on that because what happened was value of this safe treasury holdings, it had fallen and interest rate started rising. And this runs on the stable coin. Issuer might have to pump massive amount of money all of a sudden. Potentially, it will make the bond market to collapse. Look at this crypto aspect for this. What if stable coins primarily serve as on-ramp, off-ramp for other cryptocurrencies, many of which are used for probably illegal activities? Making this stablecoin mainstream can inadvertently make it easier to move money into crypto ecosystem for any such illegal purposes. Global sovereignty concerns. Imagine country like India and what will happen if there is no sovereign backup to the currency. If US dollar stablecoin become popular and even countries like India is forced to adopt it, then it can undermine nations' control over their own monetary policy, which is form of digital dollarization. The risk could be destabilizing, regulatory evasion, market crash, and unintended consequences that probably we are not able to visualize at this moment. As an investor now, if you are thinking, I know now there is a regulatory approval, I should be investing in something. What should I pick? Is it crypto or is it stablecoin? Let me tell you, till now, even I stayed away from crypto because I don't like any asset class where there is a compliance risk. Now, when the country started considering that as an asset class or medium of exchange, that compliance risk is going out of the context, right? So now I think as an investor, we should be start looking at crypto and stablecoin, and the best way to take exposure, not an investment advice, is stablecoin, because crypto is still volatile and it's very difficult to stomach its volatility. I have personally experienced it in my trial. So if you are thinking of stablecoin versus crypto, stablecoin is still better because it has backup of USD. Now there are people who are supporting this Genius Act who say that the stable coins market valuation can go. The potential is up to probably 10 trillion or more. That is something then we should be considering, at least watching out very seriously. Presently, USDT and USDC are two prominent stable coins. USDT was launched in 2014 by Tether Limited, and it is always saying that it is the largest market capitalization it's having, and its trading volume also, but it has faced a lot of scrutiny regarding the audit practices. In contrast, USDC 2018 creation of Coinbase Circle, it is noted, it is actually famous for its transparency and corporate governance practices, but has smaller market cap. Both stable coins are designed to maintain 1:1 peg with the US dollar, and they are actually critical players as of now. Ultimately, choice between crypto and stablecoin depends on your comfort level and issuers' operational transparency and what level you can take that kind of risk. It's not at all my investment advice, but I am revealing any such moves for the sake of transparency in this channel. So I have decided to study. When I put money there, I start studying more. So I want to take at least 3 to 5%, up to maximum of 5% exposure in stablecoin in this new space for me. But let me know, in your opinion, which one is better, crypto or stablecoin? Or what do you think? Where is it headed? Let me know your views in the comment section. Till then, bye-bye.